I'm just a private person and I don't know him too well. It's been a long time since we've had a meeting. He hasn't contacted me or the child at all. I know that he does excavation and that he has his own business,
Do you know how much he makes?
200K annually.
Okay. And how do you know that information?
I know through his other partner that he also had a child with that she had told me.
Okay. Do you own any businesses at all?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Mom is requesting dad pay child support based on $200,000 per year.
All right, the court takes note that y'all are both present and that their DNA test results were also filed with the court, and they show that Mr. Miramontes is the father. Ms. Knight, go ahead and proceed.
Your Honor, we have a partial agreement here today on a few terms, which I'll read out into the record. The parties agree that there's been no family violence in the last 2 years. They're in agreement to a supervised visitation schedule where Mr. Miramontes will have Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. supervised visits at Central Square Park on 305 Floyd Street in Dallas. Then it will move from supervised visits into unsupervised visits for that same time period and then turn into standard visitation. I will need to clarify with the parties how long they want each phase to last. And then they are in agreement that neither parent has private insurance at a reasonable cost, and Miss Mua will cover the child through Medicaid. I will call the mother. And what's the child's name?
Connor,
And how old is Connor?
he's 6 years old.
Okay, and you've seen the results of the DNA test, correct?
Yes, correct.
And what did the results say?
99.9%.
For who being the father?
Augustine Miramontes.
Okay. And let me clarify for the visitation, how long do you want Mr. Miramontes to have supervised visits for?
Let's just go 6 months for now. And then can we make a decision later?
So it'd have to be the whole schedule would have to be decided today.
Okay.
So
Let's do every other Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
to be supervised, is that what you're requesting?
Yes, to be supervised.
And how long do you want his supervised visits? Like how many visits do you want him to do before it becomes unsupervised?
I'd say maybe at least 8 months, 8 months or so.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, ma'am? You're going in and out.
8 months.
Okay, and we are going.
Right from the start, the mother claims the father has been absent and casually drops a $200,000 income figure, instantly setting the stakes high. Then comes the DNA confirmation. No more uncertainty. He is the father. As visitation terms unfold, you can feel tension building beneath the surface, especially with supervised visits on the table. This intro sets up a story that clearly isn't as simple as it first sounds. Stay tuned for what comes next.
To establish today that Mr. Miramontes is the biological father of Connor. Connor's last name right now is the same as yours. Are you wanting to leave that or add in Miramontes since we're establishing paternity today?
Let's just leave it the way that it is.
Okay. Has there been any family violence between you and the father in the last 2 years?
No.
Are you requesting a non-disclosure of your information in the court order?
Yes.
Do you have safety concerns with your address and phone number being printed in there?
Yes.
And what are those safety concerns?
I'm just private and I don't know him too well. It's been a long time. I don't know if that's enough reason
I'm
for
sorry,
that.
ma'am, you said you're just what?
I'm just a private person and I don't know him too well. It's been a long time since we've had a meeting.
Okay. Has Mr. Miramontes ever come over to your residence uninvited or unannounced?
No.
And does he know where you live right now?
No.
And do you think that you and Mr. Miramontes can make decisions for the child together?
Possibly.
Okay. Has he been involved in making decisions for Connor in the past?
No.
Has he reached out to you to express an interest in being more involved?
No.
And does he have your contact information?
Yes.
Are you requesting to be a sole managing conservator
What does that mean?
to make decisions for the child on your own
Yes.
instead of jointly with the father?
Yes.
Okay. And can you explain to the court why you're requesting to be a sole managing conservator?
Because he has been absent and negligent for the past 5.5 years.
Okay, and how has he been negligent?
He hasn't contacted me or the child at all since he
Okay.
was 6 months old.
Since he was 6 months old?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any personal information of what kind of work Mr. Miramontes does?
I know that he does excavation and that he has his own business.
Okay. Do you know how much he makes?
200K annually.
Okay. And how do you know that information?
I know through his other partner that he also had a child with that she had told me.
Okay. And do you know if he has any employees under him in his company?
I believe so.
And are you requesting that child support be based off of Mr. Miramontes making $200,000 per year?
Yes,
And you said he has one other child?
correct.
Okay, and that would be medical support of $750 per month and child support of $1,610 per month. Is that what you're requesting?
Yes.
And are you requesting retroactive child support?
What is that?
Child support for the past.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let's see. In the last 4 years, have you and Mr. Miramontes ever lived together?
No,
And has he paid you any money to help you support Connor?
no.
And when you were found out that you were pregnant, did you tell Mr. Miramontes that he could possibly be the father?
Yes.
And so we've calculated retroactive child support at $77,820. And for Mr. Miramontes to pay that off at $790 a month. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
So does this include medical bills?
Are you
Mother doesn't hold back. She paints a picture of years of absence, calling him negligent since the child was just 6 months old. Then she doubles down on the financial claims, pushing for high child support and a massive $77,000 in retroactive payments. The mention of the child's autism raises the emotional stakes even higher. At this point, it feels like the case is heavily leaning one way, but something doesn't fully add up yet. And that's where the story takes a turn.
referring to unreimbursed medical expenses?
No. So he's been diagnosed and I have his diagnosed reports for his autism. And so that would also require a private insurance company to proceed with that.
Okay, so Medicaid wouldn't cover any of his appointments related to autism?
I don't think so.
I'll pass the witness. You are the biological father of the child Connor, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and right now his last name is the mom's last name. Are you wanting
No,
to
yes.
change it or do you want to leave it?
No, that's fine. You can have that name.
And is it correct that there's been no family violence between you and the mother in the last 2 years?
Yes.
Okay, and are you okay with having a supervised visitation schedule to start out with?
Yeah, of course. That's fine.
And how long do you think your visit should be supervised until it moves to unsupervised?
We can leave it the way May requested it.
Okay, so 8 months.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have any safety concerns with your address or your phone number being printed in the court order?
No, not at all.
And you heard Miss Mao asking for a non-disclosure. Are you okay with that, or do you want to know where the child lives?
No, that's okay. She can leave it like that.
Do you think that you and the mother can make decisions for your child together and co-parent together?
I think so in the future, yeah.
And are you requesting to be a joint managing conservator? Meaning you and the mother share decision-making rights and duties?
I think we can get to that point in the future. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't have any issues with that.
Okay. And are you currently employed?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I do synthetic turf installations. So we install turfs for apartments, homes, things like that. Businesses, things like that.
And do you own your own business?
I do not know. I work for this company.
Okay. Do you own any businesses at all?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay, have you ever owned any businesses?
I've managed a business, and that was Milan Tunneling Excavation. It's my parents' company. They've been owning it for 24 years.
Do you have any interest in any businesses that you get money from or make money from?
No, ma'am.
And so at
I
your
can
job,
also provide. I'm sorry, go ahead.
at
I'm
your
sorry,
job
go
right
ahead.
now, you are you a W-2 employee?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much money do you make there?
In regards to weekly or monthly,
How much do you get paid per week?
it's 750.
And do
Yeah,
you have any
it
other
ranges.
children?
It ranges. Sometimes it goes like 850 to or 750 to 800. Yes, I do. Apparently,
Okay, what do you mean apparently?
well, she was saying that I have another child from someone else.
Um, do you have another child?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so there's no
So
other child support order for another child, is there?
no, ma'am.
Okay, and have you been married? Are you currently married?
No, ma'am.
And have you been married in the past?
No, never.
And have you ever signed any documents for a child stating that you're their biological father?
No.
And so you said at work your pay ranges from 750 to 800 a week?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you paid based on an hourly rate or
I get paid based on a daily rate.
and so if we use 750 per week, we've calculated medical support at 293 per month and child support at $497 per month. Would you agree to those amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the last 4 years, is it correct that you and Miss Mao and the child never lived together?
That's correct. Me and May have not lived together.
Okay. And is it correct that or let me ask, have you sent her any money to help support the child?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we've calculated retroactive child support with that income and support at $23,856. Would you agree to pay that off at $250 per month?
Yes, we could even take it to 300 just to make it even.
Okay. And you heard Miss Mao say that you make $200,000. Is that what's your response to that?
I do not make 200,000. I have bank records and statements of everything that I make, so I can provide my income if the court requires that, and I
And
can send an official document with my bank.
okay, have you ever made $200,000?
No,
Do you have your W-2?
not on me. No,
Okay. Have you filed it yet or is it prepared?
no, ma'am, not yet. I'm in the process of doing that. Yes, but I can
Okay.
have all this information sent to you.
And how long have you been working at your current job?
For about with the therapy company, I've been working with them since April of last year, and then whenever that company slows down, or like sometimes whenever they don't have work for a few days, then I'll just go work with my parents just to kind of make up I guess, finish the 40-hour week, basically, if that makes sense. Because I just don't like to stay home whenever they don't have work. So then I'll go work for my parents' company, and they always have work. They're a 24-hour company.
Okay. Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
Not at this time. I don't think so.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
All right, we're establishing paternity. Y'all talked about this visitation. Y'all have an agreement on that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Stop talking, please. We're doing government medical since there's no private insurance available. There's been no family violence. I cannot grant a non-disclosure. Y'all are both to notify each other of each other's residence addresses. I can't do a non-disclosure if there's been no family violence, and there hasn't been. So you need to share that information with each other so that y'all both have that information. I'm going to appoint Ms. Mua as the sole managed conservator.
Calm and composed, he agrees to visitation but firmly denies the $200,000 claim, revealing a much lower weekly income instead. Suddenly, the financial narrative flips. The court recalculates everything, slashing the retroactive support dramatically. Even the judge hints there might be more beneath the surface, but rules based on actual proof. By the end, The final decision lands somewhere in the middle, leaving you questioning who was closer to the truth all along.
Name change has not been requested, so it'll just stay the same. I could have to base child support and medical support based on some evidence and base it on hearsay of someone that's not here as a witness is not really evidence. I think you probably make more than what you've said, but I'm going to set support based on what we've calculated today, which is child support of $497 and medical support of $293. We're doing a retroactive judgment of $23,856 payable at $300 a month, and court costs is billed to the father. We can always modify this in the future. So if they get proof of any income or there's some more concrete information, then that can be modified in the future with a new motion. But that'll be the order for today until that happens. All right, y'all are will receive a copy of the order after I sign it, and y'all are done with court today. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.